Chris is like kind of an OG in the world. I remember Chris was already successful, already had a really solid brand, and you were already creating educational content back when I was getting started, which was like 2017, I think it was.
That's right. You took courses and coaching with me in the past a long time
Yeah,
ago.
I did. And I remember what always stood out to me with you in particular was the low budget testing. I always thought that was really cool. And then also your product research, which I already said we'll have to do that later. Today we're going to talk about your testing methods. But you've always had a unique and like kind of pioneering spirit. I felt like I've always felt like the stuff that you present is pretty original. Like you got there on your own by like traveling your own journey and like learning from your own mistakes. And I've just always really appreciated that about your content.
Thank you. I appreciate that too. Yeah, I learned from a lot of mistakes, but anyway, it's how you go. But even though we're going to cover ads today, and I'm going to teach you how you can maximize your budget to test a lot of products, I want you guys to keep in mind that we're in a products-based business, right? I could teach you everything I know. You could become a ads ninja guru and you won't make any money at all if your products are not good. So although this is a great tool to use, it's all about your products. I want you guys to keep that in mind.
Before you set up your first ad, make sure you grab the $5 filter method walkthrough. It shows you the exact ABO setup, the cutoff points, all the decision points, and what to do if you get a sale. Comment filter below and we'll send you the link. 1000%. We say that all the Facebook ad kung fu in the world is not going to scale a losing product.
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah. So, okay. I
love the rose thing, by the way. That is awesome.
Which one?
Some of my clients on both of them. Some of my clients on those. I already have a client and a particular product in mind that I should encourage her to go for that.
I'm going to share something I probably shouldn't, but we tested this with a merchant at the beginning of the year. This is the big one I'm holding, not the small one. And the merchant we tested with sold about 1,000 of these in a week. And they told us that they had the lowest CPAs that they had seen since COVID. Now, I'm going to be totally honest that that didn't continue, right? But that's why we brought this one in and tried to get it out as quickly as we could to everybody. So
yep, I already have someone in mind for that. I'll talk to him later.
Lots of potential here.
I have a call scheduled with him today, so perfect.
Before you set up your first ad, make sure you grab the $5 filter method walkthrough. It shows you the exact ABO setup, the cutoff points, all the decision points, and what to do if you get a sale. Comment filter below and we'll send you the link. So, hey, I've actually got some questions to kind of kick us off here with this. So, dude, you've been doing this since I think 2010. Right?
No, I started affiliate marketing and online since 2010. I started doing e-commerce related stuff since late 2012.
2012. So, 13 years ago, 15 years ago. Dude, that's crazy. That means somebody born the same year you started this is now in high school. That's crazy, dude. So, okay, here's a question. What's the biggest mistake you see merchants make when it comes to testing product?
Overspending. I mean, seriously, overspending. I mean, people, they want their product to work so badly that they're not looking at they're not seeing the data that's telling them, right? The data's punching them in the face saying this is a losing product, and yet they keep spending on it. I mean, so I've had people who signed up for my coaching, right? For example, okay, I'm going to tell this particular one story, but ShineOn seller, by the way, she signed up for my private coaching, and the first thing I do when I have people experience sales, I go through their ads manager and I look for things that they either gave up on quickly or showed some sign of life that maybe we should go back and revisit, or maybe tweak the phrase a little bit, or try the same phrase on a different product. I was blown away by this one thing. She had spent $900 on one product and had 5 sales. I was like, what the F? I'm like, I mean, why would you let that run? And she just really wanted it to work. And she kept spending and spending and spending on it. And I was just like, that was a colossal waste of resources. So, I mean, a lot of people think that, getting private coaching is expensive, but actually in some cases, not getting coaching is more expensive because of the wasted money you spend on ads that you don't read the data, and you don't have someone pushing you in the background saying, hey, look, that's not good. or the waste of time you have and effort into something that's into methodologies and product creation that doesn't work. So, I mean, yeah, that
It's
was
it's that sunk cost fallacy where you throw good money after bad. Um, I used to play lots of poker, competitive poker and stuff, and this is one of those emotional things you got to get control of, where you're playing the hand and everything's going for you, and then on the turn or the river, which is like the fourth or the fifth card in poker, things can go south, and you might realize another player's got a better hand than you, and if you're already kind of pot committed, if you already got a bunch of money in that pot, it's really hard emotionally to let it go and fold. Even when like rationally, it's the safest move. You want to keep chasing it for that little chance that maybe it works out, right? It's a sunk cost fallacy. Are you not sure when to kill your ads versus let them ride? You need to make sure you're using the $5 filter method walkthrough. It's a checklist we created that covers literally everything in this video. Just comment filter below and we'll send you the link. So look,
not
you
smart.
claim we're going to get to the method.
I mean, it's funny. It's funny. I used to play a lot of blackjack, right? And really, when it comes to Facebook ads, we should be counting cards.
I like it. Explain.
I mean, we are card counters when it comes to running Facebook ads. We're not gamblers. In other words, I don't know if you guys don't know, but blackjack is actually the only game in the casino where if you play proper strategy, not cheating, but proper legal strategy with basic strategy and adjusting your bets based on the counting the cards, the player actually has a mathematical edge over the house, and the casinos all know it. But there's so many dumb players out there; they don't really care about the small number of
They
players.
just want to drink beer and lose money, apparently.
Who actually know how to play. But anyway, the point is, we need to be playing logically with ads and counting the data rather than gambling. And most people out there are gambling.
So look, I'm about to. This is a whiteboard session today, people. You guys really liked that last time I did it. I'm going to bring that up in a second, but I have one more. So look, you claim I went back and I watched your $5 filter method in PodU, just to be ready for this. And something that stood out to me is that you claim you've never seen a winning product without like good cost per click.
So right? Cost per click. Yep.
Yeah. And like that's a pretty bold statement. Dude, that's a pretty bold statement. So walk me through why that's like the foundation of your whole method here.
Okay. All right. So a lot of people want to focus on purchase and cost per purchase. And ultimately that's our ultimate goal. That's our secondary goal. We want to make profit, right? So you think that should be our first goal. But here's the reality is to make money with ads, you need to be able to scale them, right? So if you can't take your ad to say go from $20 a day. I'm talking about the month you're investing on a certain product. Go from $20 a day to $100 a day to $500 to $1,000. And I've had clients and myself spend thousands of dollars a day on a particular product campaign. If you can't do that, you can't make good money with this business. You can make a little bit of money, maybe some money to go out to the restaurant with your wife this weekend or whatever. Maybe go on a little short, small vacation, driving vacation, not even airplane. But I'm talking about real money here. We're talking about like money in which you can take a long vacation or you can quit your job, right? You need to be able to scale, right? And to scale that, you need to be getting regular traffic to your site, right? At a decent clip, a decent cost per link. Like for example, they show your ad to 100. You need people coming over your site regularly to scale it big. And so I've come to the conclusion that the number one most important factor for a successful campaign to scale, it's actually not your cost per purchase. Yes, you need to be profitable there, but more important than that, you need your cost per link click to be good. If your cost per link click is like $3 or $4 per link click, I don't care that your cost per purchase is good or not. You can't scale it. It just won't scale big because over time, that cost per link click will eat into your profit.
Well, and you put a ton of pressure on the rest of the business because your conversion rate, the fewer people you have in through the door, the higher your conversion rates have got to be, which is actually that's a skill in and of itself. That's like very difficult to pull off.
Mm-hmm. So that hence, I'm looking at two factors to know if a campaign is profitable. My cost per purchase, but more important than my cost per link click. If those two align, then I know we're onto something.
Hey, do you want a checklist that covers all the decision points, the cutoffs, all the unique nuggets that Chris shared in this video? If you do, comment filter below and we'll send you the link to a free downloadable $5 filter method checklist that you can get instantly. Again, type filter below and we'll send you the link.